Hello again. I'm so excited to be back. And I am really pumped today because I'm going to be showing you exactly how to go and create a pack of clip art. In Passive Income Society, this month we've been all about florals. So we've been designing with florals, and they are really timeless, beautiful, sort of, I guess, asset to have in your design arsenal. So I'm going to be doing some florals today, and I'm going to jump in and show you exactly how to do like a full clip art pack A to Z. And then at the end, I will also give it to you as well. So you can use it. You can grab the florals that I make and you can use them on your beautiful designs. Beautiful. Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen quickly. Let me just see. Beautiful. Hopefully you guys can see this. Fantastic. All right, so this is Insight Factory. This is a tool that I use for all of my market research. If I'm ever making a product for Etsy, I always check Insight Factory first because I love to see one, how many people are currently searching for and purchasing a product, and two, I want to see how many people are. I guess how many people are making products for that specific trend. So I can see and sort of gauge, is it going to be really hard for me to jump in and start getting sales from this trend? Is it too saturated? Or is there a little bit of a hole in the market that I can jump on? So you can see at the top here, I'm in Etsy Trends and I have searched clip art flowers. And you can see there's lots of different things that are trending at the moment. Automatically, it'll sort of put you looking at sales potential. So you can also, if you're a brand new store, I recommend sorting by competition. And the reason for that is when you are brand new, it's a little bit harder to rank. You're obviously building up your product range. You aren't sort of like able to piggyback off your other listings that are bringing in traffic. So you want to really go for, I guess, the low hanging fruit on Etsy, which is low competition, high sales. So you can see this one here is an excellent one to jump on. We've got pampas, grass, and flowers clip art. It's got a really good sales signal. On the first page of Etsy today, when you type in that search trend, 19 of those listings have had sales, which is amazing. That's quite high. And then down here, we have 905 competitions. So that's the competing listings that come up when you search this term. Now, that is very low competition. It probably sounds like a lot, but it is quite low competition. So that's a really great one. All of these are really good, though. I mean, we've got clip art flower poppies, watercolor indigo blue flowers, birth month flower, October flower, magical flower fairy garden clip art, pressed flowers, terracotta, light pink flowers. So you can see when you're going and you're creating clip art for flowers, you obviously want to go more specific. You don't just want to make like a general flower pack. You want to go for specific colors. Seasonal is also good. You want to go for specific flowers as well. You might want to go for birth month flowers. So if I were to take on this trend here, which is birth month flowers, I wouldn't just do a pack of birth month flowers for the whole like sort of I would also break it into separate listings for October, November, December, and that lets you get ahead in terms of the trends. So today, let's jump on and let's do indigo blue flower clip art. I think that that's a fantastic trend to jump on. So let's jump across to Midjourney. Midjourney is basically an AI clip art tool that you can create clip art in, which is amazing, and you can use it for commercial use. It is paid, but it is very much worth it, and it's a lot of fun as well. So let's jump in and get started. Now, when we are writing our prompt, we always want to be quite specific. And what that is going to do, it's going to let us create more consistency in our packs. So when we're selling clip art, we're going to have multiple things in the pack. So we always want things to feel kind of cohesive and like a family. When you're more specific and you list things like specific flowers, specific colors, things like that, you're going to get better results and it's going to give you more that look the same. And you're going to be able to pull those things into a really cohesive pack. So let's jump in and we'll start with watercolor floral bouquet. Then I'm going to list the types of flowers that I want. So if you don't know your flowers, you can go onto Pinterest and just search types of flowers. And there's lots and lots of charts that you can find that sort of tell you all the different types of flowers. For this one, I'm going to go for, I love peonies. They're my favorite flower and they're beautiful because they've got that golden center as well. So they give you really good results. Favorite awesome roses. We might do maybe some blue thistles and maybe some babies. breath. Baby's breath adds it's like a sprig of like tiny flowers, so it can add like quite a lot to it can add quite a lot to your floral bouquets. So I think that's enough. You don't want to go too many because then it'll be like, oh my goodness, there's too many things going on here. So I would say probably limit to 4 or 5. Hi, Megan. So lovely to have you on the live with me. So now what we want to do is we want to go for colors. So obviously we're making a blue and indigo pack. So let's go for navy, blue, baby blue, white, sage green, leaves. And then also going to use the term neutral. I find that just pulls a little bit of a color out of it and it gives you a nicer result. So instead of it being like a really colorful, intense pack, it can be a little bit softer and more neutral. So we'll go neutral. Then, because this pack is going to eventually be PNG, so they're going to be those flowers that have the transparent backgrounds. They don't have the white on them. We do want to start with white as the background because it makes them much, much easier to cut out. So we'll go isolated on white background. Now we want to set the aspect ratio. By default, Midjourney will give you a square like this. I find basically whatever you generate is going to try and fit to the aspect ratio of what you're creating. So specifically for bouquets of flowers, I prefer 3 by 2 for the aspect ratio. So you type in AR 3 column 2, and that's going to give you a beautiful landscape. And I find that when you do the landscape or the portrait as well for clip art, it's going to give you a higher quality result first up, which is always what we want. So we've got that there. Then we'll go dash, dash, repeat 10. And that's going to give me the option to repeat basically this request 10 times. So I'm going to hit that one there. Approve the request. Hi, Karen. So lovely to see you on. So that's just going through now. Now, another thing I would love to highlight as well, obviously florals, they can be one of the top selling clip art packs on the platform, but they can also be quite competitive. So a way to make them stand out is to add some other elements in there. So for example, we could do some beautiful butterflies, we could do some bugs, we could do things like that in the same colorway and bring them into the flowers, things that you'd usually find in the garden. That can be a really nice touch. So I'm just going to grab this whole prompt here. And I'm going to request some watercolor butterflies. So I'll just say watercolor butterfly, and then the rest of it is the same. We'll approve that one there. You can see these are so lovely. So what we want to do now, we want to aim for around 8 to probably 14 in a pack for florals. So we're going to go through and we're basically going to curate the pack. We're going to pick the eyes out of what we've generated, and we're going to make sure that we are picking the best of the best and things that look really cohesive together. All right. I love this one. So that's going to be the first one. And you just hit upscale on the one that you want. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just hit upscale on number 3. I also love that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And I feel like I really like that one as well. So we're going to do that one as well. And maybe that one. Treat ourselves. All right. And we've got some butterflies now as well. This one here is quite lovely, but it's a bit too teal. So we really want to make sure, even though blue is like a single color, you've got blue that's got some green in it, which is like a teal. And then you've got blue, which has gray in it. You've got blue, which is like blue, like sky blue. And it really is a spectrum of blue. So you really want to make sure that you're tuning in and looking at the type of color and making sure that the color really fits together. So for these flowers up here, it's more of like a navy sort of dusty blue. So this butterfly here fits really well. This one here is beautiful as well. I would say 2's enough to add to it anyway. We might do that one as well. So that'll just add like a little bit of an edge to the pack, and it'll sort of add more perceived value because people will be like, "There's flowers and butterflies in here," which is what you want, absolutely. All right, so what we want to do now is we want to go to our Midjourney profile and we're going to download all of these. So we've got everything ready to go. So I'm just going to refresh. I'm on my homepage and I'm on my profile. We want to go to new and set it to upscale. And what that lets us do is we can hold shift and we can actually go through and select everything that we just upscaled. We're going to go open download. We're going to download that there. Beautiful. All right, so that has downloaded, but they all have the white backgrounds at the moment. So there's a couple of steps in between. Number one, we want to upscale it. Number two, we want to take the background off. So my preferred upscaler it's a software called Topaz. This is what it looks like. And the reason I like it is because one, it's really good at batch upscaling things. And two, it's like a one-off cost. So yeah, I like it for that reason. I'm just going to drag and drop everything that we have just created in here so you can see all of these beautiful florals. Now what we're going to do is it'll take a second. It'll just sort of think for a moment. I think it's trying to detect the faces or something. There we go. Beautiful. So it'll automatically sort of give you some settings. I recommend tweaking those. So I recommend for clipart, you want to aim for around 2500 wide. So we'll go ×2. Low resolution is perfect. And then we want to go and apply current settings to all. Now we're just going to go save images. Beautiful. And we're going to go original folder. And that's just going to go through and it's going to upscale all of those, which is beautiful. So you can see this is the folder here, and you can see if I go sort by type and I pull this out, you can see the ones that are being upscaled, they have this enhanced kind of like prefix on the end. So it's just going through upscaling all of those. Now, the next tool I want to show you is a cool tool called My Design. So this is what I use to strip the backgrounds off. So what you can do, again, this is a paid tool, but I just find it's very, very effective and it's also very fast. So when I'm looking at software, I always look for something that's fast and it's going to save me time. And in the long run, that always helps. It helps you so much. So we're going to upload what we've just upscaled. Beautiful. So I'm just going to drag and drop these in. We'll just do a couple. We won't do all of them for now. Dragging and dropping them in. Upload. It's just going to go through and upload these ones. It's almost done. Obviously, you'll upload your full pack when you're doing this yourself. And they just appear in here. So the final thing that we want to do is we want to go through and we want to select all of the ones that we've just uploaded. I'm just ticking that box there. Beautiful. I've got them all selected. We want to go up to actions and then we want to go remove background. And obviously this works off you have to have a membership and then there's like a credit system. So you get credits every month and then you can also buy additional credits. So I'm just going to hit remove background. It'll ask me to confirm. I'm just going to go confirm. And it's just processing. You can see it's loading at the top. It shouldn't take too long. I think it's already done a couple. Beautiful. So you can see it's actually created these ones which have the background stripped off now. So now what we want to do is we want to go actions, download as a zip, and we want to select and deselect the one with the white background. So we're just downloading the transparent PNGs. Lots of waiting in this video. But that will download. And then once that downloads, that all of those PNGs are the ones that you want to sell. So yeah, there we go. It's downloading just now. Let me just open it up and I'll show you what they look like. So you can see these have all the background stripped off them, which is really cool. So they're ready basically. So from here, I would also put these into Photoshop. I would just make sure that they are the perfect size. I would also put them up to 300 DPI just so that they're the perfect DPI for printing. Now, I create clip art for digital product creators. So when I'm creating, I go up to 2,500 pixels. Your audience might be slightly different. Like, for example, if you're creating clip art for the t-shirt niche, I know that they need a minimum of 4,000 pixels. So really think about your audience. 4,000 pixels would be too big for my audience because they wouldn't be able to drag and drop it into Canva, which is the main thing that they would do. So you really think about how you can tailor your clip art for your audience, what you can do to kind of incorporate their needs. But yeah, I'm going to put this together. I'll finish off this pack. I'll put it together on a page and share the link with you in a little bit on how to, well, I'll probably pin it to the top and have a link where you can grab this pack and use it commercially yourself. So this is going to be a little freebie for you guys. But thank you so much for watching. It has been a real pleasure to be here today. I really appreciate everyone who's tuned in. And yeah, thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.